Okay, now I got to go put this here uh, where the light, and it's kind of off, but that's okay. I'm excited about this message. I am very excited about this message. I thank the Most High Yah for what I'm about to teach. I'm about to teach that one, okay? And I don't know who it is, but I know that this message is going to be a very teachable message. It's going to help someone kind of understand some things that I know they might not have known. And the title is Putting My Foot Down on This One. I'm going to put my foot down on this one. And what I'm asking and desiring for the Most High Yah is to come and lead me and guide me in this message so I can teach it at the humble state in which He had given it to me. He gave it to me as something special to me so that I can understand things that I keep giving the other hand the upper hand. And what the Father wants me to do is understand you don't have to do that, Deborah. You don't have to do that. You be doing what I give you to do. You be saying what I allow you to say. But you're just saying it out of your voice in the way you communicate. But this message blessed me today. It really did. This message blessed me so much. I think I made probably 4 videos from this message that has truly blessed me. I believe I've made 4 videos off of this message. And that's what made me come back this evening at 7 p.m. Central Time, because I want to leave this message on this page, because I believe that it's not the type of message that's going to do something like bring light to darkness. This is pulling truth out of darkness. It's again going into darkness and bringing light out of darkness. That's what this message is about. And not only that, it is also to make a lot of things that's in the minds of individuals that's crooked. It's coming to set truth as it is straight, because the mindset of the flesh of people and the mind of people is so far left. And I, Sister Deborah, don't hesitate to say that to the Father, that it's just like people are just so far left. They can't even see right because they have dipped in to the left so much that they can't even see right. But in this message, it is putting my foot down on this one. And I'm hoping that I'm able to teach it the way the Spirit had taught it to me. And what was important about the way the Spirit taught me is He did it with humbleness, you know. And when He taught it to me, it made me feel that I need from now on to stop estimating the words in which He is giving me to speak out of, and stop trying to say things or to get things said a certain way to where people can receive it. We are not in that day, y'all. Them days are over. And when He gave me this message, it was things I never heard before. Now, did I know a lot of it in a certain way? Yes. But with this message, He allowed me to be set free in a way that I needed to be set free, and I need to understand that I have never been on the left side. I've always been on the right side. And it doesn't matter how I say things and the way my tone or my voice or the boldness, it doesn't matter. What is coming out of it is truth. So if truth is coming out of me, guess what you should be able to embrace? The truth that is within you. And that's what brings you into a oneness. If the Most High gave us with the breath and gave us image like himself, which is a spirit. So everybody got a spirit, and it came in when he blew the breath. And he says the breath came, when the breath was blown in, it came with truth. So here we are holding the breath, truth, and the spirit that he gave us of our own, which is an image like unto his. So when Sister Deborah speak truth, it's not so much as how she speak it. It's the truth in you giving confirmation of truth in her. You see, a lot of people look at what is said on the outer man and they try to make it more than what it's being said, because they don't want to connect to the truth that's supposed to be in them with the truth that's being taught. You see, instead, they would be more cautious in how loud you say it, how fast you speak, how you move your face or move your head, your hands, instead of being connected with truth. If you got truth and I got truth, that's all the Father wants us to do, is come into a oneness in that truth. And it's it's nothing outside of the truth coming into a oneness. That's what makes up the body of Hamashiach. But what people believe is, I ain't gonna say what people believe, but what I believe is people think their flesh can enter into the body of Hamashiach. And that's what they've been doing. People who think that their flesh can enter into the body of Hamashiach is people who are long gone. They're long gone. They for real. They gone. Because what I mean by their body, they have not received what they should have received to enter into the body of Hamashiach. So they just assume that I'm in there regardless what nobody say, anybody say. I know I'm in there and anybody tell me I ain't. You see? But a lot of things someone can say can cause you to question even you yourself, who said that you are in the body of Hamashiach, because your action is like the actions of darkness, the action that are played on the outside of the body of Hamashiach, because the body of Hamashiach holds a lot of characteristics of the Father's Spirit. But if a person is conducting themselves in a way or feel in a way that's different than what is in the body of Hamashiach, then therefore you're in the body of the flesh and you're walking in darkness. You just calling it light, which is nothing wrong with that. 99.9 on the face of the earth, they all are ready for the rapture. They all say that they are saved. They all, not when I say all, I don't mean every last one. I'm just showing you a viewpoint of how I, a servant of the Most High, can see these things in the wilderness, the mindset of how the world is living in this day and time. So with this message, I really want to get into it because it's about putting my foot down on this one. And I want to tell you all, I am a person that feels so thankful for the Most High regarding this video. This is the fourth video that I made covering this here topic. Okay. And I feel real good about it. And that's the only reason why I had to make so many videos covering this topic, is because it felt so good to receive it from the Most High Yah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start in, the topic is putting my foot down on this one. And that's very, very deep, what I'm about to do. putting my foot down on this one. That also means I don't care how people take it, how they feel about it, how they understand it. It doesn't matter. Because when he gave me this today, this little old hen felt so good. It felt so, so good. And I want to start from Matthew's. In the book of Matthew's, chapter 7, we're going to start with chapter 7. In the book of Matthew's, chapter 7, and when he gave me this, I wasn't looking for it. But because he gave me this, that just opened up a whole new way of the way sister is going to continue to teach. But it's a different feel to it now, because it kind of put me in a really good mood. So let's just dig in to this whole overall message that Sister Deborah had this evening. We're going to start from Matthew's chapter 7 and verse 6. In Matthew's chapter 7 and verse 6, it reads, Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before the swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. So I'm going to read that again, and I'm going to kind of chop it down a little bit. Matthew's chapter 7, verse 6. Give not that which is holy. Unto the dogs. Neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. That's a message inside of a message inside of a message. I'm going to start off with the first verse. Give not that which is holy. You see? That which is holy. You know who he's talking to? The holy ones. The true saints. That has something that has stamped them to be holy. And he said, give that which is holy give not that which is holy unto the dogs. Neither cast ye your pearls before a swine. Now we know what a swine is. That is a pig. A pig, you can chop up a human body and throw it into a pig pen and they will eat it. A person can have a bowel movement, take it and put it in the pig pen and they will eat it. Swine eats anything, even a human body. They eat anything. So I notice it says, neither cast ye your pearls. Your pearls before the swine. And do not give that which is holy unto dogs. Why? Because they would trample. They would trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. What is holy is the holy ones that is holy by spirit. Yah has branded them as holy by spirit. They are the holy ones, like unto saints. But you know how it says, be ye holy as I am holy. Holy be thy name. So holy is detached to the Father. And he said to you, you don't give not that which is holy unto dogs, neither cast ye pearls before the swine. Stop going out here, Deborah, giving all that spiritual food to the pen of the swine. Don't even entertain the holiness that has been sealed upon you. Don't go around the dogs. Why? Why? Lest they trample them under their feet. Why do they do that? Because to them, really, it's vain and vexed. It's worthless. What is worthless? The pearls. You have been given the pearls. And if you're given the pearls, don't go giving them to the swine. Don't go placing them among the dogs, because they will trample over it under their feet. That's why in Genesis 3:15, the spiritual one is going to take the heel and crush the serpent's feet, because the serpent is always after the heel. Because the heel holds the steps that heavens, the Father, has ordered of the spiritual ones. So it's saying, trample them under their feet. Stop thinking you giving something to people. Stop thinking you teaching something to people. The pigs don't, the swine don't care what you give them. You can give them their own dead body and their own female dead body, their own male dead body. You can give them your dead body and they'll eat it. So it's saying here, cast not your pearls before the swine. And what y'all gonna learn this evening, the power of the pearls. And it's going to make all of this make sense. And it says, don't, lest they, which are the swine, and also the dog, trample them under their feet, and then turn again and rend you. You giving them your pearls, and to them it's vain and vexed. And when you finish, they're going to take what you give them and trample over it, and in turn and rend you. I noticed that people can follow, and this is 100. This is why the Spirit is giving this to me. People can follow you for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And then turn and rend, go up against you. What will make a person follow you and then decides all this time that you're the opposite of what they've been following? This is how darkness creep in to those who have pen, needle, or light. It's so easy. It's very easy. And I sit here and the Spirit was giving this to me. And then when I looked into holy, I said, but that's the holy ones, Father. You telling this to the holy ones. Who are the holy ones? Like unto the saints. The holy ones are those who's got the Holy Spirit. They are the holy ones. They are the true holy ones. And the world would call them, and people would call them also the saints. Now watch this. The pearls are jewels. The pearls are the jewels. Wait till you find out what the jewels are. And it's so sad because, calm down, Deborah. It was what I've been teaching all the time. 7 long years. And I'm so grateful that the Ruach had to teach me. And what he taught me, you were never on the left. You've been on the right side all the time. And that's what made me feel so good doing this on to you all as the 4th time, a video regarding the same topic. So let's go. It says the pearls. The pearls are jewels. Do y'all understand what those pearls are? 99.9 of y'all be on this devil platform a million years and still wouldn't know what the pearls represent. They are jewels from the kingdom. Jewels from the kingdom. That's what the pearls are. So he's telling the holy ones, stop giving your holy self to dogs. And don't give your pearls, your spiritual gifts, abilities to the swine. They're not going to do nothing with it. That's what it's telling you. Yeshua is telling them they ain't going to do nothing with it. I'm sure he's telling this to the disciples. In a sense, don't y'all be out here bent. Don't be bent up. Because you sitting here giving all your jewels and you are holy to dogs and to what? Swine. And all they going to do is trample over you. And when they trample over you, it's their way of trampling over who you are and all that you are teaching and preaching. They begin to trample over you. Now watch this. Trample in Hebrew means stamp upon, trample over. See? This topic in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6 makes a lot of sense. Give not that which is holy. How many times did I talk about the brick wall? How many times did I talk about those up in the corner? How many times Sister Deborah said it so many times, it just don't even make any sense to even say it anymore. Because you giving all that he has invested you in to come down here to be the servant that he needed for a time as this. And you giving it to dogs. You giving it to the swine who ain't going to do nothing with it but trample over it. Because what I did notice, it says, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again to rend you, to come after you. That's what happens. People would get on here and they would feel that they are a oneness with the live chat. Once they start touching base with people, and if things go wrong, you won't see, and Sister Deborah won't see nothing about it until it's too late. You see? You see the secretive? You see the darkness of it? What would be the purpose of it? You're coming on YouTube to hear the prophetess give you spirit and truth and the light. You get on the page and befriend individuals. And then when things don't work out right, Sister Deborah out in the dark, she don't know nothing about what took place. She don't know what was going on. So, but the thing about it, you don't get wrapped up in the fact that, okay, if I ain't doing what make them think they can? It's called cunning. It's called darkness and wickedness. Because they going in and they feeling that, okay, I can get and I can draw them off the live chat. And when I get them, I'm going to get them my way. And I'm going to train them. I'm going to teach them. I'm going to say negative. I'm going to do everything that I can to get them to go my way. And guess what? Easily can it be done. Easily. Because people don't understand the live chat is not the body of Hamashiach. The live chat is a bunch of spirits going to and fro. And you might get one on there that's legit. But when you come on there and then you begin to befriend these people, then Sister Deborah don't know what you're doing on the what? The left side. If you get on there, I should be the first one you should touch base with. But they so secretive. It's called cunning. And then when something happens, then you are blamed because they decide to go out in the deep. And then kept it secret. See, that's what I don't care for, which it's fine today, though, because after that Holy Spirit broke this thing down to me, ain't nobody going to be able to tell this sister nothing. You ain't going to be able to tell me nothing. Because the way he explained it to me, I was like, Father, I wouldn't have never known it to be this deep. And I love what he did in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. Let us go into verse 7. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. And verse 6 was telling you, as the holy ones, as the saints, as those who hold the pearls. What are the pearls? They're the Father's jewels. You see? He's telling you, don't be going out here spreading them to the dogs and the swine, because they ain't going to do nothing with it. They ain't going to do nothing with it. So don't go spreading it where there's nothing's going to be done. It's not going to be used. It's not going to be nothing but for them to trample under their feet. And then when they finish trampling it under their feet, now they're coming after you. You see? That's what it says. Look at Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. So when I get to Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, the next verse, look how the Father kind of eased this so beautiful to me. He said in verse 7, read that, Deborah. So as I read it, it was like, ask and it shall be given. You seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. And when I read that, so I said, Father, verse 7 is not talking to the dogs. It's not talking to the swine. No, it's still talking to the holy ones. It's still talking to those who are carrying Yah's jewels. He's saying, ask and ye shall find. And ye shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. Who is he talking to? The holy ones. The ones that he has trusted his jewels with. Now, this is a very, very eye-opener. Let's go. Let's start with Proverbs chapter 20, verse 15. You're going to learn why Yeshua HaMashiach spoke of Matthew's 7 and verse 6, telling you, do not cater people that really ain't after nothing. Because after they trample over what you done gave them, then they coming for you. Then they coming for you. Because you ain't got no business being the Holy One with the pearls, the jewels of the Most High God. In the midst of the swine and the dogs who want nothing with what you have, which is the jewels. They don't want nothing with it. Deborah, they don't want nothing with it. So why place it before them? Just so they can trample over it. And when they done trampling over it with their feet, they come in after you. If that is not, that is, wait till you find out. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 15. There is gold. Watch this here. There is gold and a multitude of rubies. But the lips of the knowledge are the precious jewels. The Father wants y'all to know in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, the pearls is the jewels. They are wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Father gives to the holy ones. Listen to what it says. Proverbs 20 and verse 15. There is gold and a multitude of rubies. But I like that. Let me stop there. Let me hang there for a minute. You know what he's saying right there with the gold and a multitude of rubies? He wants y'all to understand. It's nothing big about what you got, what you had, what you have. None of it is worth what he has invested in his servant. Put my foot down on this one. This is what this message is going to break down. So when people think they got something and they think they can use it to make them feel in full control, to make them manipulate them, think they in full control, they call a shot. See, Satan don't care nothing about what you got, but he'll let you use what you got as a form of manipulating people. What did I tell y'all? This whole elites, all these people who've been running, not all, these handful have been running this world. Guess what? There was one time they was running it through wealth. Right now, they got it all. All they now want is power. But when I look down and I say, Father, but seems like the people are the same way. Because they want power. They think they have empowered themselves over what they have. They think and they use it as a form of control and power. So what he's saying here, check, Proverbs 20 and 15, there is gold. There go your gold. Have all the gold in the world and a multitude of rubies. But what I got invested in my servant lips is knowledge. and knowledge are precious jewels. Wait till you feel what is about to be said. So while people running around using mammon, their wealth, and what little they have as power and control, the Father stepped into me and made me understand you have more than what they could even think they have. And I had no idea, none whatsoever, because I don't use these books like the Bible like everybody else. I wait on the Holy Spirit. I tarry and wait on him to come give me something because he knows what we need and when we need it and how we need it. Now listen to this. He's actually saying in Proverbs 20 and 15, I don't care about your silver and your multitude of rubies, because the lips of Deborah of the knowledge is precious jewels. So using what one think it has the power of, I knew it was wicked and evil. I remember 3 years making them videos saying the same, go back, saying the same thing. But what the Father is revealing to me, watch this. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 3. We just did Proverbs 20 and 15, and not now one of you understood what was said. He just checked you to let you know, no matter what gold you have, what rubies you have, it cannot compare to what I got in my servant, which is knowledge. It's worth more than silver and gold. Praise the mighty Yah. And you're running around here thinking what you got means something. It's that addiction that the small elites that's ruling the world has. They ruled it, how they got it in control is through finances and wealth. But now all they want is power, baby. They don't care about, they got it all. All they want now is power. And I told the Father a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like the people are just like the elites, because they try to use what little they have. It makes them feel empowered, in control. Now watch what he says in Proverbs chapter 3. Oh, somebody in trouble now. Somebody in trouble tonight. Proverbs chapter 3. I'm putting my foot down on this one. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 13. I'm going all the way to 19. Proverbs chapter 3 and we're going to start verse 13. Now watch this here, y'all. Proverbs chapter 3, and we're going to start with verse 13. Now listen to this. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchant of it is better than the merchant of silver, and the gain thereof of fine gold. Sit y'all tails down. Thinking you got something somebody so want. Y'all stepped into me with this to show me, Deborah, you got wisdom, Deborah. You got knowledge. You got my blessing understanding. They ain't got nothing on you. And you're pouring out all your jewels to the swine and the dogs. And yet they walking with they chin and they chest out because they think they in control of something. But listen to this. Praise the mighty Yah. Chapter 3, verse 13. Verse 13. Happy is a man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Why? Those are the jewels, people. Listen to how they come up against what you got. Watch this. For the merchants of it is better than the merchants of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. You ain't got nothing, baby. What you got is for your flesh. Enjoy it, like Solomon said, because that's your only portion. So the Father was showing me that in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6 and verse 7 was for the holy ones. And don't go giving what is holy to the dogs and to the swine, because they ain't doing nothing but trampling over it. And then when they finish, they're coming to rend you. So don't give that to them. Don't give them that turn. Okay. Don't, what is that? Let me see if that's my, don't give them that thunder. Don't even give them that feeling. And I'm like saying, but Father, you just told me that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you mean is that good? That's it, you dear God. Oh, I was just torn. Because listen to what he says. For the merchants of it is better than merchant of silver, and again, and the gain, that means the gain thereof of fine gold. Sit y'all tails down. You ain't got nothing. The wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that the Father has poured out in me, I'm on this devil platform pouring it out into people. And you think what you have is greater than what I have. Hold on, let's a little while on. We already done entered into tribulation. Time's gonna tell. Not time. This day is gonna tell. Now listen to what it says. Listen to what it says. Watch this here. In verse 15, this is what I like. We in Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 15. She is more precious than rubies. And all the things that thou canst desire are not to be compared to her. Wisdom. What the rest behind y'all think y'all got? You see how sick people are? Do you see how sick people are? The Father had to share this with me to let me know how rich I am. He had to remind me to the utmost, because this, hey y'all, he took me verse after verse, chapter after book just to show me. Even Job had something to share with me, and I was like, but wait a minute, how do you know that, Job? Job, how did you know that? See, why people are running around thinking their power and their control is in what they have. They have no idea it's worth nothing in the eyes of Yah. And he's saying in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, go back and read it for yourself. Why is Yeshua HaMashiach saying that? Unless this whole book is just gone. And that's the way you can get out of it. Just say the whole book is just gone. But the Spirit wanted me to see. And it taught me from the inside. But he showed me how those that read and study it and call themselves holy than thou, pull up wisdom and knowledge and understanding and think that's your choice. He had to tell me, but I've given you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Now, verse 13 said, for the merchant, for verse 15 says she, wisdom. She is more precious than rubies. And all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared to her. Verse 16, length of days is in her right hand, and in her left riches and honor. That's wisdom. And if I got wisdom, you mean I got that? Father, y'all, are you telling me that's me? You've given me that, and that's what I hold? Go back to Matthew chapter 7 and verse 6. That's why he said the holy. Don't give that to the dogs. Hey, Deborah, don't cast them pearls to them swine. Because they'll trample over Deborah. They'll take their feet and trample all over it. And you on here on this devil platform trying to give them something. And they playing full force on the left-hand side and smiling at it. So listen to what it says in verse 16. Length of days is in her right hand. He's talking about wisdom. And in her left hand, riches and honor. Verse 17. Her ways are ways of pleasureness, and all her path are peace. Talking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. She is a tree of eternal. To them that lay hold of her, praise the mighty Yah. And happy is everyone that retaineth her. Who is that? Wisdom and knowledge and understanding. All three of them are her. Now listen to this. She is a tree, verse 18, of eternal to them that lay hold upon her. And happy is everyone that retaineth her. Verse 19. Yah by wisdom has founded the earth. By understanding has established the heavens. Right then, that is the jewels. That is Yah's jewels. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And if Yah has given his Holy One wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he's telling his Holy Ones, don't stand around and just hand it this away like that. They ain't doing nothing with it. Solomon said it. He said, it's vain and vexed. Not wisdom and knowledge, but that which you try to give someone. So let them go and enjoy their portion, because that's all they got coming. Wisdom and knowledge and understanding are jewels to the Most High Yah. He said they're worth more than silver and gold. People run around think what they got is worth more than what Yah's have me on here teaching and speaking on. You see how sick the spirit of people that are born to walk in the flesh? You see how sick they are? They think they doing something. Whenever you get to the point in living where you think you got something over somebody because of what you got, you fail to realize what you got is what he gave you. And if you don't know what to do with it, you already sending yourself 6 foot under before you know it, because you ain't gonna be able to take it with you. So it's no need in trying to use it to control or to empower your emotions and your feelings. Now watch this. Watch this here. Listen to this. Proverbs chapter. Wait a minute. Let me get this right. Proverbs chapter. Which one? Which one is this one? 3. Proverbs chapter 8. Oh, somebody in trouble, Deborah. You better not go there. I'm going all the way. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 8 through 22. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 8 through 22. And then I'm going to let y'all hear what Job has to say to you all. Let Job kind of tell you something. Now here in Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 8 through 22, it says, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward perverts in them. They are all plain. They are all plain to him that understand it. See, they are all plain to him that understand it, and right to him that findeth knowledge. Now he just labeled what? Understanding and right and knowledge. They are all plain in him that understand it, the one that understand it, and right is them that find knowledge. Oh, watch this here. Receive it my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Seek to continue to hold on to knowledge and understanding. They're better than silver and choice gold. Oh, wait. So right there, somebody out there that's listening, whether they on this page or my other page, somebody is going to hear that, and they're going to realize that you mean Yah has invested that in me. Yes, he did. And yes, it's worth more than anybody on this earth in what they have. So don't let people try to use their feelings and their emotions to manipulate you in their own little power, okay? Because of what they have. Don't let them do it. It's a game to them. You see, it's a game. But the Father wants you to know that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding are jewels. Those are his jewels. And he said they worth more than silver and gold and any merchant on the face of the earth. So when you thinking, don't ever think that, okay, you don't have this on the earth and you don't have that materialistic things. Don't ever think. Know that this is what make us rich. We are the rich of the rich. You would say the trillionaires and the billionaires that's on the earth. Every last one of them are the darkest, evil, wicked, demonic, Satanism people on the face of the earth. But look what they have in how they act. You see that? You see how it does that same thing I was telling the Father. The people act exactly like that. They act exactly like those that's the billionaires and the trillionaire. Though I don't think there's anybody that's a trillionaire, but billionaires, they act just like that because it's power in that mindset. That is all that and some. And y'all send a message to any and everybody out there that when you have his wisdom, his knowledge, and his understanding, that's worth more than any silver and gold and any merchant or anything that somebody have. So let them play in what they have because that's their portion to play in. Because it's detached to the way you want to rumble on the earth and in the world. So watch this here. And it says in verse 10, Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 10, receive my instructions and not, you hear me? Receive my instructions and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. So he said, desire to have and hold firm to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Not materialistic things, not things that people can use to go in and out on you, up and down, because that is what, let me show you what he told me. He said that is what he warned us about. Put your trust in no man. Because they'll be in one day and out the next. They'll be up one day and down the next. Put your trust not in them. Because they would use what they have as a power control within themselves. And it cannot be for the Most High Yah. When it get to the point where it's something that I'm using because I control it. I have the power to. You see? So therefore, he wants me to understand how it feels. And when he broke that to me, I was like, Father, boy, that's a good feeling to feel. Because I knew somewhat, but not to this level of where he was making sure I fully understand. What you have, you sitting around giving it away. And that's the real silver. It's not the real silver. That's the real jewels. It's worth more, Deborah, than silver and gold in any merchant on the face of the earth. And you're giving it away, and the swines are trampling over it. You're handing it to dogs, and it all is holy within it. And then I'm sitting here trying to figure out, well, where is everybody? Where's the body of Hamashiach, Father? I'm still waiting for him to tell me that one. I can't wait for that day that he break that thing down in me. But this one right here in verse 11, listen to what he says here in verse 11. This is Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 11. For wisdom is better than rubies. So what makes you think the wisdom that he's given me ain't better than what you got? He wants me to know. This is what sets me free. And no, I told you from the beginning, put your trust in no man. That means trust him not today nor tomorrow. Trust him when it's up and not even when it's down. Because as long as you put your trust in them, they're using what they have to gain power. And they will render you. Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. So don't let them. Keep in your spiritual heart and mind, Deborah, that the spiritual food that you're feeding and the jewels that causes you to be richer than anybody on the face of the earth, keep that in your spiritual mind. That wisdom and knowledge is worth, and understanding is worth any and everything beyond their merchant and what they have. Listen to what verse 11 says. For wisdom, look at verse 11, Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 11. For wisdom is better than rubies. Do you think people believe that? No, they don't. That's why he said, don't let them trample over the jewels, Deborah. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is Yah's jewels. Don't let them trample over it. Don't let them feel that, they in there. Trampling over. Now listen to what it says. Verse 11. For wisdom is better than rubies. And all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Nothing should be compared to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And what made me feel so good about that is because I remember me teaching that over and over and over and over. This is how I taught it. I said, y'all, there's 2 wisdom. I said, y'all, there's 2 knowledge. Y'all, there's 2 understanding. And I constantly, video after video after video, breaking it down, trying to get people to see the separate of the wisdom in the flesh cannot compare to the wisdom in the knowledge. The knowledge in the flesh cannot compare to the knowledge in the spirit, nor the wisdom in the spirit. And the understanding is out of the question. In the flesh ain't got nothing on the understanding in the spirit. There's 2, y'all. One is richer than the other. You see? And this is what he said in verse 11. For wisdom is better than rubies. Just letting you know. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. Knowledge is better than silver and gold and any type of merchant. Understanding is better than silver and gold. And then it's telling you in Proverbs, if you have it, hold firm to it. And this is a good thing. That's what he tells you. To have found wisdom, to have received knowledge, to have understanding. This, when we be talking about what make us so rich and we are the richest in Yah, this is the reason why. Because the whole reality from the heavens to the earth, from the earth to the heaven, we are. Because that's how Yah see us to be. He see his jewels to be worth more than silver and gold, to be worth more than rubies, to be worth more than all this merchant here on the earth. His wisdom, knowledge, and understand is worth more than that. Now listen to what verse is that. Listen to verse 12. I, wisdom, dwell it with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty invention. Let's get that again. Let me go back to that. That one there is a little eyewitness. No, wisdom dwelleth with the prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. I don't grip that one. But let's go to 13. The fear of Yah. There go the fear. See, I told y'all the fear are the brands of Yah. You see how it's pulling up with wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Where is it coming from? Wait a minute. Where is fear coming from? The fear of Yah is to hate evil. Oh my Yah. The fear of Yah is to hate evil, pride and ignorance, and the devil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. So there is a reason that fear plays the role. The role of Yah's fear is to hate evil. Yah's fear is to hate evil. That's that brand. Pride, ignorance, and the devil, and not the devil, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. So this is what fear of Yah is, to hate evil. You know, in Genesis 3:15, I'm going to put intimacy. My spirit is going to hate your spirit of serpent seeds. That's put there. And this is what he's saying here. So let me see here. Where am I at? Okay. Verse 14. Counsel is mine, and the sound wisdom I am understanding. You hear that? I told y'all the Most High Yah is understanding. So if we get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is Yah, who says we ain't the richest? Who say that we're not the richest? And then it says, I have strength. So there it's telling you, counsel is mine. The sound of wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. That's the Most High Yah. Just checking you. So with wisdom and knowledge and understanding, those are the Most High's jewels. They're worth more than rubies, gold, and silver. So when people play on this mind thing that, okay, what I have, I know how to swing it to make it in full control, and I can use it as my control. But Yah says, throw your hands up, Deborah, and understand you got something worth more than what any of them have. And all you've been doing is being on this devil platform, pouring it out. All these years. That which is worth more, Deborah, than silver and gold. See, and no one would ever think like that. People, flesh don't think like that. Because they're flesh. They come down here to make sure flesh is the overall. To make sure flesh get the beginning and the end. Make sure flesh is it all. So they don't think like that. But I am so glad that the Father allowed me to be able to embrace this in a way where really, Deborah, wake up. You got something. Are you spilling it to any and everybody? Yes. You giving my jewels to dogs and to swine just so they can trample over it. And when they done, they coming for you. That means they're going to switch their attitude, and now they're going to feel negative towards Sister Deborah, which I'm ready for that, baby. I'm more ready than ready can be when it come down to that. Okay? Because I'm a non-tolerant type of person. But what I do see is it exactly that. I would never have read that in Matthew chapter 7 and verse 6. I would never have read that. But that is exactly what it's telling you. You are the Holy One that's carrying my jewels, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And you standing around just pouring it out, feeding it year after year after year after year. And what happens? You see? Now watch what Job said. This is what, at first it confused me, because when Job and David and all of them start to talk like I been taught by the Holy Spirit, I'd be like, wait a minute, y'all had the Holy Spirit in y'all? And yes, they did. Because there's no way they could have gone through what they had gone through without having Yah's spirit in them, on them, and upon them. For sure, for sure. Now watch what Job said in the book of Job, chapter 28. In the book of Job, chapter 28. And was I shocked? Yes. Because had I read Job 28 and verse 11 to 24, had I read and really got into this, see, I used that for a lot of studying and a lot of lessons, but I never got into it to really see and to say, to use it for me in understanding. You don't need to trust in man, because the moment you trust in man, they'll use that which you trust against you. And you don't want to do that, because then they feel they have the power and the control over substance. And you don't want to do that. Understand, you as rich can be. I own everything. Learn to just trust in me and keep it going, because you are the richest. You rich with the wisdom. You rich with the knowledge. You rich with the understanding. All that I am. These are all my jewels that I put in you. Know that you can tell somebody something. And I give him all glory and honor and praise, just assuring me that you ain't in need for nothing. So let people do what they do so that they won't have to think that they're empowering themselves in a form of control. Okay, so here we go in Job. And I was shocked that Job was saying something, because I'm like saying Job, in Job 28 and verse 11. Let's go there. Job 28 and verse 11. And it reads, he bindeth the flood from overflowing, and the things that is hidden bringeth he forth to light. Listen to that. The things that were hidden during the time that he created, he brought it, he bind the floods from overflow, and the things that is hidden bring it he forth to the light. And see, that's what I now, which earlier today, I really understood what he was saying when he says, bring the light out of the darkness. Don't think you're going to make the crooked straight. Because right then he was actually letting me know what was in the midst of me. A lot of crookedness. Don't try to make the crooked straight. Don't try to make the light bright on nobody. Because you got to understand what you got in the midst of you. It's not what you think it is. So listen to what he says. Here in verse 11, he says, he bindeth the floods from overflowing, and the things that is hidden bringeth he forth to light. But where shall wisdom be found? Watch how Job break this bad boy down. Listen to this. But where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Where is it at? Where is wisdom? Where is the place of understanding. Listen to what it says. Man knoweth not the price. Man knoweth not, Deborah. Man knoweth not, Deborah. Man knoweth not the price therein. Therein of what? Wisdom and understanding. Where can you find it? Where is it at? Because it ain't that easy for you to go out here and portray you got it. You have it. You this and you that. As if he don't know you from the beginning to the end and where your heart resides. So here, listen to what Job said in Job. Man knoweth not the price thereof. That's why y'all had to explain to me through Job. Deborah, I told you the price of wisdom and knowledge and understanding is the highest price thing ever on the face of the earth. And you holding it. Don't ever feel you are without anything when you are holding my wisdom and knowledge and my understanding. And he says, man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. Praise the mighty God. Why? Because wisdom and knowledge and understanding is always been locked in the spirit realm. 3 years I've taught it to be in the twos. I said you got wisdom and knowledge in the flesh and understanding in the flesh, but you got wisdom and knowledge in the spirit. And where I got it from is when I would read what Paul was saying, and Paul kept saying that there's two sides, and that there is a law in the spirit and there's a law in the flesh. And I'm like saying, but why ain't people getting this? So that's what made me really dig deep in realizing that, wait a minute, we got wisdom and knowledge and understanding in the spirit, and it's greater than the wisdom and knowledge in the flesh. And I just wore that thing out. I'm sure I probably got 100 videos on that topic alone. And that's why I think he wanted to use this topic for me to really come down, Deborah. You just started your news page, come down to where it's at. And for him to give me that's the second time he's given me something. For him to give me that like that, I did 3 videos. This is the 4th one. And I'm like saying, thank you, Father. But I'm telling you, that Holy Spirit, it know exactly what you need, when you need it, and how you need it. Now listen to this. We in Job. And now in Job 13, let's read that again. Man knoweth not the price thereof. Thereof of what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Y'all said it's worth more than silver and gold and fine gold. It's worth more than rubies. And it even said it's worth more than all of it on the earth put together. Don't mess with my Yah. And you're running around here thinking your pennies hurt somebody. No, I'm giving your tail something. He gives me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got your butt on the page, eating it up, trying to digest it and get as much as you can. Go back and read Matthew 7 and 6. It tells you don't belong. That's who he's talking about. Dogs and swine. They ain't gonna do nothing but trample over it. And then come after you with negativity. So in verse 14, it says, oh my goodness, the death said, it is not me. The sea said, it is not with me. Now listen to this. The earth, the depth of the earth said, wait a minute, wisdom and knowledge and understanding it's not with me. The sea said, wait a minute, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Wisdom and knowledge and understanding it's not with me. But what gets me, as I say, that the death, that means all the way down. They tell you, y'all don't come looking this way. always 6 foot under and all the way as far as it can go down, the depth. It says, wisdom and knowledge and understanding is not with me. And then the sea said, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is not with me. Because they're trying to find out, where is it? And he'd already told them, it's not on the land. It's not among the living. Letting you know you just can't pull up with this whenever you get good and ready. This is of the Most High Yah. He gives it portion of jewels to those which represent him. And not going around here representing themselves. So it makes a whole lot of sense of why. When you look at the world and you look at all these platforms on YouTube, you look up at all these churches and these temples and these pastors, these bishops, these apostles, these prophets, these Moorings, these prophets, you look at all of them and then it all makes sense. They ain't got the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. The jewels of the Most High Yah. So then you see in 14, y'all don't get it. It's looking at you right in your face. The depth says, it is not in me. The sea said, it is not with me. 6:15. It cannot be gotten. Ooh, come on with it, Deborah. Go on, tell it like you see it. And here this one is. It cannot be gotten for silver, no, for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. Baby, silver and gold cannot compare to what Yah has appointed and anointed and predestined and ordained me to uphold while I'm on this nasty earth. He gave me what is greater than silver and gold, and he gonna work that thing with me, because that's my whole desire. Teach me the worth that you have invested in me to leave and keep it going. Don't keep playing with the swine and the dogs. Leave them to themselves. Pull up their own wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Because when y'all put it among them, they didn't even know how to act. And when we tell y'all something that y'all did not know, from Moses to David to Abraham to Jeremiah, Ezekiel, every man of Yah had the same issues. They were carrying wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And people still thought they were better than they were. And they carrying all Yah's jewels. So it ain't a shock to me, but what's a shock to me is that the earth, the sea, and the land, all of them saying, wait a minute now, y'all, don't get it bent. We ain't got it. It's not on the earth. And y'all sit here and let me teach this, and y'all still wouldn't get it. Here in Job is telling you, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Oh, what is that? Oh, my computer. It's not on the earth. So it's heaven given. It's heaven given. So while you're down here clowning and acting a fool, in the day of your judgment, it's going to let you know you ain't going to come through running your mouth. Because I set my wisdom and knowledge and understanding down with my servant. And you thought you were better than they were. Just as they did Moses, David, Moses, David, Abraham, all of them. Everybody always want to battle and fight the one that Yah sent down with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And tell me that ain't crazy. It ain't changed today. Only thing today is worse than yesterday. And I'm grateful to be a servant of the Most High Yah, living and not dead, to step into this here mess and bring that light out of midst of darkness, because that's some sort of light. So that those who think that they got the upper hand, you ain't got nothing but the underhand, baby. Because y'all gave me the upper hand with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why you on this page and I'm not on yours. Hello. And verse 15 said, it cannot be gotten for silver, neither shall it cannot. Verse, let me see, Job chapter 28, verse 15. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver weigh for the price thereof. Sit down. And then verse 16, it cannot be valued with gold of Ophir, free, fur, whatever that is, with which is another form of maybe gold or whatever jewels, with the precious oxen of sapphire. The gold and crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it cannot be for jewels of fine gold. Now, why can Job know that everything on the face of the earth that has wealth and mammon to it cannot be compared to what Yah has invested in his servants? You tell me if it ain't messed up from the floor up on this sick earth. It is truly messed up from the floor. People's mind is so far gone. And they think that they can use their outer person and what they have to rule, control, and dictate others. Job set the pace, and he said in verse 17, the gold and the crystal cannot equal it. Equal what? Equal what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Now, did y'all know that the level of wisdom and knowledge, I did not know it was that powerful. But if it stands with understanding, I know understanding is the Father. So I'm just thinking, he's letting me know that nothing on the outside can override what he has given me on the inside. And what he has given me worth more than what anybody got on the outside. Because it can't compare to the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding that many will come and listen to, eat from, take of, year after year after year. And then it says in 18, Job is cutting up. Chapter 28 and 18. No mention shall be made of coil or of pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. I don't know. Father, I don't know what's going on. Job knew this. Job knew. How did David and Job know? Because it's the same, Deborah. It's the same. Did I not know that wisdom and knowledge and understanding was greater? Did I not know it was spiritual? Yes. But the Father wants me to know it's worth more than anybody on this earth can pull up and portray and use against you, towards you. You're richer than they are. And they ain't got nothing. Because if they don't have what I have given you, know this, that wisdom and knowledge and understanding is worth more than silver, gold, and rubies. And there's a verse also in there letting you know all of it in the world can't compare to it. To where Job sitting here letting you know that the sea said, I don't know where is it, where it is. The depth of the earth said, we don't know where it is either. The land said, we ain't seen it. Now, why is it the earth know the greatness of Yah's wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and we thinking what we got overrides his? Because that's the sickness that we have in our mentality of our flesh. We think and we function like the elites, but yet we look at them and we say they did it, they did it, they did it. And I was battling on that other day, and I was saying, the Father, why is it everything that they doing seem like the people are mimicking it? Seem like that's, and you know what? He had to show me that you notice no one complained about it. That's how deep of what you're saying is true. That's why they ain't got nothing to say about the elites and what they doing. They destroying the people inside of the country in which they were born right before they face, and nobody had a word to say. But you come on here with the jewels, which is the rich of the rich of the rich, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They will say something to you before they say something to those that's out here doing wicked and evil at the highest. Before they will say anything about the elites, they would have something negative to say about you. But that's how darkness is toward light. Their goal is to destroy the light, even if it's a pin needle. They would never go after dark before they go after light. Because dark, they know they can get it anytime. And it's with them doing dark. But yet they destroy dark each other. But their focus is, okay, we got to make sure ain't no light up here. And by his grace and his mercy in how he has elected his, ain't nobody get nothing up out of here that belongs to him. And it's no way he's pouring out this type of light out of me for me to be buckling up to a world that's so used to control and power. They didn't show control and power probably for 3,000-4,000 years to the world. The people in the world act like they do. The people in this country act identical to the elites. The elites don't care about trying to get your money, your wealth. They already know that they got it. They want full power. That's all they want, full power. That's it. That's it. That's all Satan wants. Satan ain't never took your money and spent it for nothing. He ain't never need your money. But man, M-E-N, they were the weak link with those angels that came with Satan and decide to plot a way that we can rule the world from whatever somebody has. And that's how they rule the world. They got and put you under their control while they rule you from that end, to the point where they still feeding you poison in your food, in your water, in your air, and you ain't saying a monkey word. They still giving you pharmaceuticals. They still feeding it in every. Woo. I heard the other day that dish liquid, Dawn, Joy, Gain, all this dish liquid got a chemical in it that every time we think we cleaning our pots and our plates, that chemical debris is still left on the plates, and it's poisoning the food even more when we eat it. Because we thinking it's off the plate because it went through the dishwasher, or we think it off the plate because we rinsed off the dishes. They broke that thing down. That type of chemical, that type of poison is still on your plates, on your spoon and everything, from all the dish liquid. And I was like, y'all didn't leave nothing. They didn't leave not one kind that was good. And I'm like saying, what kind of stuff is that? But it shows you what they've been doing. They've been doing. And to me, when you see it today, it don't seem like they should have got away with that all this time. But what did I tell you? The people are like unto those who rule the world. Those who rule this country as well is the same people who rule the world. And what they doing and what they have done successfully, while we're looking for Yah to come, Yah is looking for them to do what they do best by destroying this country from the inside out. They got to take everything and bring it down to the debris. Because yes, there is something coming from the Most High Yah that's going to bring this country down to the bottom of the sea. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. But first, the tribulation that's in it must be fulfilled. It must. The chaos, the things that y'all think that you're escaping, that, oh, he's coming for me, I know I'm going to be out. Honey, baby, please. It told you even after the tribulation how the Son of Man going to come. So it's letting you know you got to go through some things. And if you're walking around here thinking you exempt, you got another thing coming. Okay? So in Job chapter 28, and we at verse 18, no mention shall be made of coral or of pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. People, Yah's wisdom and knowledge and understanding is way beyond what anybody think they have, feel they have, act like they have. It's way beyond that. What that led me to understand is the Father wanted me to see that you're holding on something more precious than anything they have. Hold on. You got the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. So you have the jewels that's worth more than they silver and they gold and anything they got in the bank, out of the bank, on they, wherever they got. You got it. But just like he said in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, don't give your jewels to the dogs and to the swine, because they ain't gonna do nothing but trample over it under their feet, and then they coming after you. It makes sense. It all make sense. So out of all of these that I have read, I want to sum it up in Acts chapter 13. Or did I not? Yeah, Acts chapter 13. If it wasn't for the Most High Yah being able to having what he has to know what you need, he knew what I need to hear. And I am so grateful for him allowing me to fully understand. I told you, don't put your trust in man. They will fail you every chance you blink. When I said it, I meant it. Now, as many times as I have taught, I at least made 100 videos about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding being in the spiritual realm, but not in the way that the Father broke it down to me today, to let me know you're the rich of the rich on the earth. You got the wisdom, Deborah, the knowledge. You got the understanding. You have all the jewels. So let people play in what they have, because it's a form of power and control. It's a form of emotions and feelings. You see? And that is not detached to the spiritual of who Yah is. That's attached to the flesh of who people are. They are detached to the ways. You know how you ever heard of, they say the apples don't fall too far from the trees. I look at this country, and I look at this country alone and how long it has been said to have been here. And if you all ever do your study on this country, I'm talking about the right way, you'll find out it's been doing all this here way before this year here. So if it's been doing it for all these hundreds of years, you mean to tell me where we at now? is why we where we at, because it's been yes, it has. But I tell you, the people have become like unto it because they use their power and control of what they have to manipulate the environment in which they want and feel to go their way. And for the Spirit of the Most High Yah to assure me that, Deborah, you know, that wisdom and that knowledge and that understanding, when I want you to go here, and get it. And when he said go to Job, I said, Job ain't got no business knowing that, Father, Yah. But Deborah, you should have known it too. You done taught it so many times. And then when he explained to me in Matthew chapter 7 and verse 6, stop giving the jewels in which I've given you, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to the dogs and to the swine. Showing you that you got something that they need. And they think they got something that you need, because that's a part of the flesh, thinking it's going to control the spirit. And the purpose of the Yah servant, it ain't going to be done like that. Yah is not going to allow it. That's why he wanted me to know today and yesterday, because it blew my mind. And I had to really sit down and think about all of this, and knowing that he's saying that the wisdom and knowledge is worth more than fine gold. It's worth more than silver and gold. Deborah, it's worth more than rubies. And then the sea has the nerve to respond. The sea turned around and said, I don't know where it's at. It's not here. Letting you know, this wisdom and knowledge and understanding don't come from the sea. It don't come from the deep, from the earth. The land got the saying, it don't come from us either. We don't know where it come from. But I know. The Most High, he said, but you've been teaching it all the time. But I had to come down in a way. And when he said come down, he's in me already. Bring me down. And when he did, he showed me. And at the end of it, he says, don't put your trust in nobody. Nobody. Because they'll be right one minute and they'll be left the other. And then he showed me the verse in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. He said, see, Yeshua HaMashiach said it too. And I'm like saying, everybody knew, Father, except for me. You know what he said to me? You always knew. You always taught them that there was one that's greater in the wisdom and knowledge and understanding in the spirit versus the wisdom and knowledge in the flesh. You always taught them. But I wanted you to know, in it all, you are the richest on the earth. You have what they don't have. They be on there trying to get what you got, and you sitting here giving it. And then he turned around in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, and then called it holy. He said, you are the holy one. So wait a minute, what are you giving all this here that I've given you to the dogs and the swine for them to trample over it? Because it makes sense. They're not doing nothing with it. But then at the end of it, it says trample over it and then rend you, come after you. You've been teaching it. They've been eating it up. But whenever that emotions and them feelings get kicked in, they'll come after you and you'll be their enemy. That's sickening. People get on here and they detach to others on here thinking the people are holier than thou. But the reason why a lot of people detach to people is because they're doing cunning. They're doing little cunning things. And then when something go wrong, then it's a big blown up. But Sister Deborah, way on the back end. I'm grateful though. I am. I'm grateful I'm on the back end. Because when it all said and done, you can blame me. But I'm on the back end. I don't know what the rest behind people are saying behind my back to one another, coming in a unity. And then when the fallout come, then it's Deborah's problem. It's Deborah's fault. I'm added into the people's fallout, the chaos. How did I get in it? I didn't know it was going on. Put your trust in nobody, because they can't even trust themselves. They can't even trust themselves. Learn to not trust them. Especially Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. You are the Holy One. You have my jewels. Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. You have the jewels. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Don't just give it out just so you can be trampled on in the long run, because that's how it's done. It's okay to follow this time, but when them emotions and them feelings start kicking in and that darkness start creeping in, then everybody's spirit start going to the left. But don't forget something. You are worth more than silver and gold, because you're holding my jewels: faith, knowledge, and understanding. And I give the Most High all glory and praise, because I've always told y'all the Father was all understanding. I told y'all that. Did y'all know 99.9 of pastors, bishops, evangelists, priests, none of them knows that? They don't know. They don't know. But when he said, in all you're getting, get understanding, right then I said, there you are. And that's a young lady that was a pastor. She was a pastor. She was a preacher. She died too. She was a friend of mine. She died with cancer. But she was the one that would go into the church. And when she get up and she pray, the church is crowded. People got babies and everything. But when that Juanima start to pray, the children, everything gets silent. You can drop a pen. You can drop a pen. When that lady began to pray, and her prayer was so powerful that the whole church, 200-300 people, babies and all, is silent. But when she get ready to sing, that was a different story. Ranima used to sing this song that I really liked. It says, let's go back to the old time ways, like mother used to and father used to. And then she said, I'm going back. That lady just started hitting it. I'm going back. I mean, and when she started doing that, the church just lit up, males and females, just all over the place, because the song and how she sound was so anointed. It's just her voice alone. And she was done so wrong at this church. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all ever heard me tell y'all. At this church is where I was attending, and I introduced my mother and father to this church, and they started attending. And so they started going, and I kind of branched off. But my mother had so much embedded in this pastor, his wife. Oh, she just wanted to be a part of the pastor's wife programs and everything. My mother wanted to get all into that until that lady did something that she shouldn't have did, and my mother told her off. But my mother would go there and tell them what I say. When I would say something at the house, she'll go back and tell them, because she disagreed with me, but she'll go back and tell them. You know what that lady told her and that pastor told her? Don't challenge your daughter. Don't challenge your daughter. She knows what she's saying. God is doing something with her. She knows what she's saying. And from that day on, my mother never challenged anything I said ever again. No, not after that. She came back and told me. Pastor and Sister Joshua told me not to even challenge you. They say you in with God. Hello. I didn't need them to tell me nothing. I know where I stand. I don't need nobody to tell me where I stand. This sister got so many testimonies of long suffering and endurance, and knowing that the Spirit of Yah has always been right there. Okay, what are you gonna be? But he don't want me to trust. Pull away from any type of feeling of trust, because when you put your trust in people, you having to deal with their emotions and their feelings and their personal opinion of situations and how they feel. Then now you're caught up in all of that, and you don't know. One way 1 minute, next minute you don't know. Let it go. Trust in what I have invested in you. And what I have invested in you is more than silver and gold, Deborah. It's more than rubies, Deborah. And all, y'all, it's about 30 verses explaining that. That those that Yah has invested wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that's why he said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Wisdom and knowledge is not the wisdom and knowledge in the flesh. So it's a spiritual, how would I say it? It's connected to Yah himself, wisdom and knowledge. The beginning of what did he say? Something is the beginning of wisdom. I know fear has a place, but wisdom and knowledge is greater. It's side by side with understanding. And this is what the whole world has no idea. They think in understanding is only what the scholars and the teachers and those that are educated, what those people are saying. That's what people believe. They believe that's understanding. That's wisdom. That's knowledge. Same way I try to teach everybody about law and commandment. All of that, I try to teach people. And every time I back away and go into another, how would I say, zone, the Father always come and say, but you was in the right one from the beginning, baby. You was teaching it right. And do you know how bad that sound? It sounds bad. It's like he's telling you, you was always on the right side. They was the one on the left. You taught that. You spoke that. You said that. You know how many years? So I'm glad he keeping a tab on it, because my silly self, I'll be sitting here trying to make things make sense for no reason at all. If wisdom and knowledge and understanding is worth more than any merchant, as it said, silver and gold and rubies, tell me, what is this wisdom and knowledge? You see what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for the Father allowing me to understand that in the fullness of how he created it. So let's end this live with Acts, in the book of Acts chapter 13 and verse 45 and 46. I don't think this is let's see, 45 and 46. Okay, I don't know if this is connected. Oh, it's connected somewhat to what I'm talking about. 45 says, but when the Jews saw the multitude, they were filled with envy, and they spoke against those things which were spoken by Paul, contradicting and blaspheming. Okay, verse 46. Then Paul and Barbarian waxed bold. You know what wax bold mean? Non-tolerant. Wax bold. They stood in that how would I say? They stood for bold. It says, then Paul and Barnabas waxed bold and said, I like someone to try to grip what wax bold is. Bold is something you need in this day and time. If, watch this here, If you're going to be running around here in this day, like in this day, you better have some type of bold, because you're carrying that which worth more than anything on the earth. Any silver and gold, any rubies, any merchant. You're carrying that, but then you're going to walk around here act like you. No, you better have some boldness about you. Okay? And say it, and this is what Paul and them was saying. It was necessary that the word of Yah, oh, I like that, should first have been spoken to you. But seeing you put it from you and judge yourself unworthy of everlasting eternal, lo, we turn to the Gentiles. So this is what they were saying. I guess they were talking to the Jews, and they were telling them how they turned away, and they were not worthy of everlasting eternal. So we turn to the Gentiles, but they had to say that boldly. They had to step in and speak bold. So I brought that up because of wax bold. That means they stepped into that situation and they spoke it in a form of boldness. Okay. And it says, and it was necessary that the word of Yah should first have been spoken to you. That word of Yah. That is another powerful thing that has been done away with on this earth, because they have grabbed so many books and so many other things and calling it the word, and they never got an opportunity to know the word. That was Yah. Yah did that. That was Yah will. That was the Most High's Yah will, that they knew that they don't grip it. That was Yah's will that they did not grip. The word versus the words. That was the Most High Yah. That was his doing. Because the more and more I talk to him, the more he showed me, it is what it is, baby. Don't you be getting out of order now, because if you do, I'm just going to have to pull you on in and get you right. You see? So I'm a grateful servant of the Most High Yah, and I'm grateful that he's able to come to me and deal with me at the level that he knows all things. And he knows where I'm at in the natural, and he knows where I'm at in the spiritual. And to keep me on top of things so that I won't continue to be in this journey falling behind, but keeping me lining up with him that's greater in me. And I am very grateful, and I'm grateful for him showing me his in Matthew chapter 7 verse 6, because 99.9 would have never read that and saw where Yeshua HaMashiach was speaking of the holy ones, to not give your jewels, your pearls to the swine, nor to the dogs. Why? Because that is worth more than silver and gold and rubies. Why are you just pouring it out and letting people trample over it? And then once they done trampling over it, they come in after you. So I'm grateful for that example, because it now all come together and make more sense of what step I took. And I say again, I left the verses, and as I said, I'm grateful for this message. And this is not a message that I really can really say that was for you. It was really for me, but I was so excited. This was the first video I did, the fourth video I did on this topic. And I'm glad I got the opportunity to bring it to this page, because after Yah had revealed it to me, I knew then that I was special. I knew I was special. It ain't like I didn't know I was special, but he really brought me into a special realm. And I am very grateful for that. And stop trusting. And I say, I'm speaking to someone. Stop putting your trust in man. That means in people. Don't put your trust in them. The way you trust them, they still on this side with a level of hate. They don't know it's hate, but it is. But how can you be in the midst of somebody taking on jewels of the Most High, of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and then yet on the other end have a hateful heart or a heart that's waxed? You see, slowly, hard. It's moving hard for no reason at all. Oh yeah, we in the end. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all, and I say shalom and shalom. I'm on a different. Oh, there it is.